I'm making a quick video on the weekly picks, so let's get started. All right, so Pittsburgh versus Kansas City. I got Kansas City in this one. It's a hot team. Pittsburgh feels a little bit too dysfunctional for me, especially when not only that they lost last Sunday, but also because they only beat the Cleveland Browns by 2 points, and the Browns look really, really bad right now. I'm picking KC in this one. New England versus the NYJ. Now, New York Jets, they're obviously on a 3-game win streak. However, they beat the Browns, the Dolphins, and the Jaguars might show something right there, but they're a little bit too inconsistent to say anything. New England's coming off of a long weekend, so I got New England in this one. Next one is the LA Chargers versus the Oakland Raiders. I think this is going to be a close one. By God, give it to the Raiders. Chargers just aren't that good, to be honest with you, so I just got to give with Oakland on this one. Cleveland versus Houston. Now, anything against Cleveland is probably going to be a win. It's also a road game. Got to give it to Houston there. Indianapolis versus Tennessee. Got to give it to Tennessee. It's the hot team. Well, not necessarily the hot team, but I definitely think that they can beat Indianapolis in their own stadium, and I'm pretty sure Andrew Luck, I'm not sure if he will be ready, if he's not be ready, but if he is ready, maybe Tennessee will get their first win against Andrew Luck. Next one is Miami versus Atlanta. Now, I know Atlanta's coming off of a bye week, but I got to give it to Atlanta in this one. Miami, yes, they beat Tennessee, but they were without Marcus Mariota. Got to go with Atlanta with this one. Next one is the LA Rams versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, the Rams definitely have a good offense right there. I think it's a little bit foolish, to be honest with you. They went up against Seattle and only scored 10 points, so it tells you something about their offense right there, and it was a home game just to top it off right there. And just to put that in perspective, I feel like if their offense is a little bit more of a scrub killer, and when you look at Jacksonville, they're just very inconsistent to me. I mean, you lose to the Jets and then you beat the Steelers. It's like, okay. So I got to go with the Rams with this one. Chicago versus Baltimore. Chicago, obviously, Mitch Trubisky's going to make a play, but now he's going to go up against real defenses. I got to give it to Baltimore in this one. Next one's the New York Giants versus the Denver Broncos. Now, my Super Bowl pick, New York Giants, the team that go to the Super Bowl for the NFC. Yeah, I don't think that's happening this season, guys. I'm sorry, G-Men. But it looks like it's going to go to Denver in this one. Denver has a stout defense. Their offense has improved significantly. I think they're going to make the playoffs. Give it to Denver to this one. Next one is Philadelphia versus Carolina. It's going to be at Carolina. Carolina's a hot team. I'm more impressed at the fact that they have beaten New England in New England than Philadelphia playing a close game against the Chiefs. So I got to go Carolina on that one. Then you got Tampa Bay versus Arizona. I think Arizona could potentially win this game, but I'm going to go with Tampa Bay. And, I mean, that's a little bit risky right there, but I think that Tampa Bay is coming off of a long weekend. I think they should do pretty well. San Francisco versus Washington. Now, I do like what Kyle Shanahan is doing. He's definitely showing some promise, but he just doesn't have that much talent around him. I got to give it to Washington on this one. Next one is Detroit versus New Orleans. It's going to be in New Orleans. Two dome teams battling out at each other. I got to give it to Detroit in this one just because I think they're the better, more well-rounded team. The Saints have a kind of a little bit of a fake offense. Now you got Green Bay visiting Minnesota. Give me Minnesota in that one. I think Minnesota will pull up the win in Green Bay. Did the same thing last year in the first half of the season when they faced each other. So got to give to Minnesota. If you missed any of my weekly picks, just check in the description. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.